Well?
The boy is suicidal, honey. He's a walking dead man. Keeps going on about hell and purgatory.
When I phoned you yesterday, did I ask you, Ken, will you do me a favour and become Ray's psychiatrist, please? No. What I think I asked you was, could you go blow his fucking head off for me? He's suicidal. I'm suicidal. You're suicidal. Everybody's fucking suicidal. We don't all keep going on about it. Has he killed himself yet? No. So he's not fucking suicidal, is he?
He put a loaded gun to his head this morning. I stopped him.
This gets fucking worse.
We were down the park.
Let me get this right. You were down the park? What's that got to do with fucking anything? Let me get this right. Not only have you refused to kill the boy, you've even stopped the boy from killing himself, which would have solved my problem, which would have solved your problem, which sounds like would have solved the boy's problem.
It wouldn't have solved his problem.
Ken, if I had killed a little kid, accidentally or otherwise, I wouldn't have thought twice. I'd have killed myself on the fucking spot. On the fucking spot. I'd have stuck the gun in my mouth on the fucking spot.
So generally Act 1 completes around 23 minutes mark. Here our protagonist is Ray, whose journey is full of conflicts. Ray is going through an internal journey of redemption, an internal journey of where he is trying to repay his sins. And the external journey is a trip to a small town called Bruges, where he will try to kill himself and others will try to kill him, and he will have to survive.
Ray, don't! Fucking hell! Where the fuck did you come from? I was behind the thing. What the fuck are you doing, Ray?
In case you don't know, Ken and Ray are both hitmen, sent to Bruges by their boss Harry.
It's very pretty.
I'm not being funny, we can't stay here.
We've got to stay here until he rings.
Well, what if he doesn't ring for 2 weeks?
Then we stay here for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks? In fucking Bruges?
At the start of the film, Ken seems happy and excited about exploring Bruges, whereas Ray is irritated and deeply annoyed with the idea of being there. Before killing the child, Ray was living an ordinary life, but now after unintentionally committing this heinous act, he is consumed by guilt. He has been forced to spend time in Bruges, a small, quiet town that constantly reminds him of his sins and immoral acts. To Ray, Bruges is dull, suffocating and torturous. Not a place of healing, but a prison for his guilt and suicidal thoughts. Subconsciously, Ray is on an internal journey where he must change, forgive himself and atone for his sins.
You know?
Fucking bring that up.
There is a symbolic metaphorical significance here. When the film starts and when the film ends, we are in Bruges. Like Ray, we are also trapped in Bruges. It's as if Bruges itself represents the inescapability of guilt and atonement. The idea of being trapped is reflected in the film's visual choices. Every time there is a flashback, the sequence is set in indoors, in a confined space. The outside world barely exists in these moments, emphasizing the feeling of entrapment for both the characters and the audience. For the first 40 to 50 minutes, not much happens in the main plot apart from the inciting incident, which is shocking enough to make us empathize with Ray. During this time, Ray and Ken are exploring Bruges in their own ways. Ray also has a subplot involving Chloe, which further intervenes with Eric.
Get down on your knees and open your mouth.
Don't start being silly.
Get down on your...
Exactly at what point was it that all skinheads suddenly became puffs? Used to be you were a skinhead, you just went around beating up Pakistani 12-year-olds. Now it seems a prerequisite to be a fucking bum boy. That's not gonna help you, man.
Right, there's only blanks in that gun. Hick, don't!
Now, who's the fucking bum boy?
You fucking bum. Chloe, what exactly is going on here?
I can't see! I can't see!
Of course you can't fucking see. I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes. Is this fella your boyfriend?
No. I mean, he used to be.
Oh, what's he doing?
But we.
While the main plot remains static, these subplots keep moving forward, particularly through Ray and Chloe's interactions. The setting of Bruges cannot be separated from the film. It is central to the story's themes and metaphors. Bruges represents a mythological space with spiritual significance. For Ray, it becomes a stage for his atonement. Bruges serves as a kind of purgatory, a moral and existential limbo, where the concepts of justice, redemption, heaven, hell, and death all play out in the culture around him. Ray can't escape Bruges, even when he tries to leave. Taking a train, the consequences of his past actions force him to return. He is trapped in Bruges physically and emotionally until he confronts the weight of his sins. This is what makes Bruges not just a setting but an active participant in the story, a mythological and spiritual landscape that reflects Ray's internal struggles.
You Irish?
Yes.
What is your name?
Derek Lurl.
You heed the Canadian.
Huh?
You heed the Canadian.
I heat the Canadian. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's him. That's the motherfucker.
The inciting incident takes place before the movie begins. It is shown as a flashback, something that has already happened. When the movie starts, the characters are already in the special world. Ray is already burdened with guilt, and both Ray and Ken are already in Bruges. Harry has called Ken to kill Ray. The phone call is what moves the story forward. But the writers deliberately delayed it. Instead, they made us and Ray and Ken wait another 24 hours, allowing the characters to explore more of Bruges and interact with other people.
What's fucking unbelievable?
Are you talking to me?
He pauses, even though he should just hit the cunt. And he repeats, yes, I am talking to you. What's fucking unbelievable?
Well, I'll tell you what's fucking unbelievable, shall I? Blowing cigarette smoke straight into myself and my girlfriend's face. That's fucking unbelievable.
This is the smoking
I
section.
don't care if it's the smoking section. All right? She directed it right in my face, man. I don't want to die just because of your fucking arrogance.
Uh-huh. Isn't that what the Vietnamese used to say?
Vietnamese? What are you talking about, the Vietnamese? That statement makes no fucking sense at all.
Yes, it does. The Vietnamese.
Saying it over and over ain't gonna make any more sense out of it. How does the Vietnamese have any relevance whatsoever to myself and my girlfriend having to breathe your friend's cigarette smoke? Tell me, how's saying?
That's for John Lennon, you Yankee fucking cunt. A bottle. Now don't bother.
This delay creates an opportunity to build the world and deepen the characters before the pacing accelerates. The missed phone call from Harry also emphasizes how determined and motivated he is to have Ray killed. In the evening, Ray goes on a date with Chloe, while Ken waits for Harry's call. At this point, their moods shift. Ken becomes increasingly uneasy, while Ray begins to enjoy himself. The dynamics between the characters changes. Earlier, Ken was happy and Ray was sad, but now the roles are reversed. Soon after that, Ray discovers that Ken has been ordered to kill him. The train scene marks another turning point. Ray tries to leave Bruges, but an altercation with an Canadian couple gets him arrested, forcing him to stay. Once again, the narrative traps. Ken then decides to inform Harry that he will not kill Ray. This prompts Harry to come to Bruges himself. Meanwhile, Ray is still in custody and the tension continues to escalate. The second act ends with Eric informs Harry that Ray is at the bar The moment sets the stage for the climatic confrontation with all the key players now present in Bruges.
I'm sorry, Ken. But you can't kill a kid and expect to get away with it. You just can't.
Where? To the left when you come out. The bar to the left.
Ken sacrifices himself to save Ray, and his death becomes the catalyst for Ray's redemption. Ken's selflessness justifies Ray's survival, his chance at redemption, but it also raises an important question. If Harry dies, shouldn't Ray also die? The revelation is significant. A major reason behind Ray's change of heart is Ken's sacrifice. Ken's willingness to die for him forces Ray to confront the value of life and his own guilt. Ray's physical pain from the gunshot wound mirrors the emotional pain of losing Ken, a friend who gave up everything for him. The experience gives Ray a newfound appreciation for life, making his eventual death all the more tragic. The film's external journey is one of survival, as Ray realizes he was sent to Bruges to be eliminated. He tries to escape, but the town traps him, becoming a symbolic purgatory where he must suffer and atone for his sins. In the end, just as Ray begins to redeem himself, he is fatally wounded. At that moment, he confesses, "I didn't want to die." Ironically, the external journey ends in tragedy. Ray's attempt to survive Bruges fails, but internally he achieves redemption, suggesting a bittersweet conclusion.
You're way too far away.
The little boy.
That's right, Ray. The little boy.
Interestingly, both Ken and Harry die by suicide, though for very different reasons. Ken's death is a noble sacrifice rooted in his love and loyalty to Ray, On the other hand, Harry's suicide, while driven by his rigid code of honor, carries a certain dark absurdity. Isn't it funny in a twisted way that both characters, polar opposites in morality, meet the same fate? This juxtaposition adds a layer of dark comedy to the film's exploration of guilt, morality, and redemption. Ultimately, in Bruges, leaves us with a profound irony. While Ray's internal journey finds resolution, the external world delivers only chaos and tragedy.
Ah. I see.
Oh, no. It's not.
You've got to stick to your principles.
In the film, Ray is taken to the hospital assuming that he will die. Film ending tells us Ray is dead, so there is no escape. But screenplay ending tells us that his struggle, his suffering, atonement continues and enables to redeem himself. Common element here is redemption remains incomplete. So this was a sum up of discussion I have done with various filmmakers and made a video. So let me know in the comments if you liked it, and have a nice day.